I think in preparation, we should do a scale that comes out of the D minor invention. Don't you think that's a good idea? I figure we should do something that will apply to your piece, since that's the piece you're doing.
Okay.
I would do that. The first thing I want to do is sort of go over the model for how to practice that scale, so it sort of builds itself up in steps. Can you hear me okay?
Sure.
Okay. So let's look at the left hand first, and let's go down 2 octaves below middle D. 2 octaves below middle D. Right. I want you to play 2 octaves like this, very slowly, not fast. I want to hear quarter notes like this. Watch, like counting in subdivided beats like this. Before you do it, listen to me. So 1 and 2 and. Okay, look what I do with my wrist. I dip it because I really want a singing tone. Here's that raised 7th note, C sharp, harmonic minor, right? Because you were doing it. And 4 comes over. Is that right? Is that right? 4 is on what? E? Is that right? Then 3 comes over. And then play very soft thumb, because what happens here is resolving it, right? Now your thumb, do you play with your thumb advancing? I think you do. Your thumb comes nicely under early. Before you get to the thumb, it's under there. Is that right? And then soft thumb. As soon as I play 2, guess what? My thumb's under there. So these are quarter notes, right? So that's like a very singing tone. You know, it's not a pokey sound. It's very, fluid sounding, right? Can you play 2 octaves like that with that dipping wrist and getting connected into the notes?
I'll try it. Is that right?
A little slower. I mean, the slower the better, so you can learn to control, your sounds. Just a little slower would be great.
I should have eaten. No.
That was correct. That was correct. 4 over. And. Soft thumb. Good. And soft thumb. Soft thumb. Right. Now you have that keyboard, and I know the keyboard has a different action than acoustic piano. So it tends to get like a little poke at the end of the notes. I know that about keyboards, right? It's not like acoustic piano, right?
Right.
So you're getting, and that's probably why you're getting a little poke at the end of your wrist dip instead of kind of a flowing sound. Hear the difference?
Well, I can do that. I'll just copy you.
Yeah. It's a little hard though on a keyboard, so I understand that. It's better. A little, right? To give a little delay. There's almost a built-in delay in the entering the notes, right? To get the singing tone. Because if you do a little bit of too much of a fast stroke into the fingers, then you defeat that legato that you're looking for. See what I'm saying? So in the keyboards, it's kind of difficult to do that, but I still think you probably delay a little into these notes. See, like come under them a little bit. Come under them a little bit. See that? It's the thumb that really wants to melt a little bit, right? Because it's like you're doing a harmony from there to the thumb. If you put a harmony under each one of the notes, you eventually get a dominant on the last one, T-do, right? And then less, right? On the D. That's why the thumbs have to be a little lighter. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that was a lot better though, what you did this last time.
Okay, what do you want me to do now?
You're activating your wrist more, right? You're activating your wrist, which is good. Soft. Now we're going to turn those into eighth notes with a different motion. And here's the motion I use for eighth notes. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? Dip forward. Why is that better than doing something else? Because if you do eighths like this, it sounds pretty dead, doesn't it? I mean, that's not how eighth notes move in pairs, right? They kind of have a little sighing effect. The second one is less than the first, isn't it? That's what I want. That's a singing tone. See what I'm doing? Dip, forward, 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 resolve. You try that?
Yeah, okay, I'll try it.
And with you, we went the opposite direction. So
Oh,
now start under, like you're rolling into something. You start below to roll forward, right? Try. Start below, then go above. Dip. Soft thumb. Back. Yeah. So when you get to the last 5 notes, your thumb is just relaxing, right? Because you don't have to shift anymore in the last 5 notes, right? Right? You don't have to worry about tucking your thumb under the last, 5 notes, because it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's very good. Now the next thing I want you to do is play 16th notes, and I want you to go to 4 octaves, like rolling, just rolling across like. Just roll. Okay? Just totally roll like a curve of notes, seamless notes. So you don't get a clunky last note, like doing this. Very end, the last 5 notes. I'll do it up here because I might disappear on the screen. Let's make believe this is the way down. So here's the last 5 notes. Here's how I taper them. What did you see me do? Wrist forward. Ah, do you see the difference? Makes a huge difference. Yeah, because if you did this, you get clunk. Yeah, just a little bit forward.
When you play a fast scale, do you do the same way?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's usually rolling forward. Deedle-deedle forward. Deedle-deedle forward. Yes. Yes. Because we don't want this kind of playing all the time. Like kind of attacking the keys so much. Yeah, we want to make it easy on ourselves. Yeah. Exactly. And not using that bigger arm energy and just rolling forward and through your wrist, right? Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's just more artistic than hearing a lot of, pokey notes. You know what I mean? A lot of players, they just play poke, poke, poke. That's okay for jazz, But play classical music, you want to do romantic phrasing, or you want to do artful, seamless lines. You want to have these resources that are bigger than the ends of your fingers. You can do it louder by getting dead weight, right? I was just picking 5 notes. Yeah. Right. that scale in the right hand will be 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, right? 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's the scale fingering. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, right hand.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that would be the scale finger. It's a roll down. See that? Instead of, because that really kill your wrists if you just squeeze so hard. Motion at the end. See, it's like I'm hanging there. See, like I'm hanging. Right. You want to make your playing a little more effortless. You want to make your playing effortless but yet beautiful, so that you don't work so hard to get what you want, right?
Right.
I think so. We believe that the thumb is not so noticeable. You know, it's sort of like what? It's in the texture. It sort of blends in, right?